right, so I want to talk to you today about rationing in 2025. Now, I know some of you might think we're crazy, but that's okay. We're still doing the no spend, and I'll show you the planner when I get done talking about rationing in 2025. So, we decided to take this challenge on as a family. And I don't want people to get confused between the Great Depression and World War II. So, a great way to talk about that is, or not get confused, is the Great Depression, people had no money. Okay? They had no money whatsoever. And in World War II, people were rationing. They did have the money, but the food was going to the troops. So they had to ration what they were allotted, and sometimes this could have been by the week, by a couple of weeks, by a month, and by a year. And so I wrote down everything that they were allotted and how much per person, per week, per month, per year. And I'm going to tell you, it is not a lot. Now, we as Americans, as people, as whatever, we really do eat way too much. I eat way too much. We are a glutton society. We are I want more. I want everything. I want everything to look good, taste good. And what happened to the basics? What happened to having a garden? What happened to all these basic things that could get you by? We are such a wasteful country, and I am so sick of it, even for my family. So I'm going to be showing you in the kitchen what the amount that we're going to be, well, allotted and stuff like that. Okay, so let's move to the kitchen, and I'm going to show you. Okay. Let me move you down about right here, and we'll talk about it. Okay? So first, what I want to explain is we're only going to be using 1 stick of butter every 2 weeks. So let me get into the fridge here. And this is for a family of 4. Okay? So this is what 1 stick of butter looks like. It's half a cup if it's melted. But this is all we're going to have for 2 weeks. All right? Back here in these canisters, I have 4 cups of sugar. Now this is for the month. This is what they would have for the month. So this is 4 cups of sugar. And you also have 4 cups of flour. Okay? So I measured everything out. Also, it would have been 1 egg per person a week. But if you had chickens, let me kind of move over here. Give me 1 second. If you had chickens, then you kind of were lucky, because your family would be able to have more eggs, okay? Which we do. We have chickens. So we're still going to practice like the 1 egg maybe and see how that goes. Because if we leave our eggs on the counter, it could last about a month. So we'll see. And then you were allotted 2 ounces of tea a month. They usually would do loose leaf tea, but I have these boxed teas, and so this one is 1.31 ounces, so it's not quite 2 ounces. There's 18 tea bags in here, which is fine, because if you think about it, this would be 18 days worth of tea, so if you skipped a day, you could go a little bit longer. Now, 1 tea bag you can use in 1 day. So basically, if you made your cup in the morning and your husband wanted a cup, then you'd be able to make 2 cups with 1 tea bag. That's how you would have to do it. And then you would do it every other day versus every single day to make it go a little bit further. Okay? And then your coffee would be 1 pound every 5 to 6 weeks. So you'd have to, use your coffee very scarcely, like, use just a little bit to make it go. So I know a lot of people drink 2 and 3 cups a day or 4 cups a day. Well, you would probably not want to do that. You'd probably just want your one small cup a day. And that would be it for the whole day to make it go further, to make it stretch. Cheese wise, you were allotted 2 ounces for a person in each family. So I measured out because we're a family of 4. So we're gonna be given 8 ounces a month for cheese. It went by month, not by week. So you were given 2 ounces a person in your family for the entire month. If you think about it, that is not a lot of cheese at all. As far as milk goes, it's 6 cups. It's basically 3 pints a person in your family. Children would get a little bit more under a certain age because of their vitamins. But I figured that for a family of 4, it would be almost 1.5 gallons because you're getting 6 cups of milk per person a week. So I went ahead and just did it by the gallon. So we're going to be given 1 gallon a week. And that would be basically 1 cup per person every single day. All right. So as far as bacon goes, it would be 4 ounces of bacon per person. And this is by the month, not by the week. So, and ham is the same thing. You'd be given 4 ounces. Basically, for a family of 4, that would be about 1 pound. So 1 pound of bacon and 1 pound of ham per month for the whole family. And then it would be 1 pound a person per household. So I would get 1 pound, my husband would get 1 pound, the kids would each get 1 pound, because each person would have their own ration book. Each child, each person in the family. So it'd be 1 pound of meat per person a week, which actually that's quite a bit of meat. So we're probably gonna ration that. We don't need a whole pound per person. I mean, we can probably do 1 pound per family a week, and that would be saving us, meat for the rest of the month. So there was no ration on fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, fish, or bread. So you can have plenty of that. But the problem is when you would go to get your fruits and vegetables, would there be enough? Because a lot of times there wouldn't even be enough. So this is where your gardens would come in handy, because they actually wanted you to have a victory garden. And that would allot you some more fruits and vegetables in your diet. So they encouraged you to have a garden. And I think everyone should have a garden. Even if you're in an apartment, you can grow container gardens and grow tomatoes and peppers and certain things in a container. So there's no excuses on anywhere that you are that you can't have a garden. And then it was 33 pounds of canned food per person for the year. So when I counted out the canned food, here's the canned food, okay? When I counted out the canned food, it basically came out to 33 cans a person, and that was for the entire year. If you think about 33 cans even for one person, that would be like saying you're going to have 1 can a day, which would last for 33 days. So for our family, it's going to last over 100 days because there's 4 of us. That's still not going to make it the entire year. So this is by the year, guys. So we're going to see what happens, okay? Now, your rice, your oats, your pasta, and your dried fruit were very hard to come by. So if you could come by it and you could get some, your rice would be 1 pound a person. So basically that would be 4 pounds either for a month, 2 months, or 3 months. It just depends on when you can get it. So we do have some rice, which is 5 pounds right here. Okay. And so I'm guessing this would last us 2 months. I'm going to try to go 2 months with this rice because that's what they would have done back then. And then I did find a bag of oats that we have. And so we're going to, I mean, it's not a very big bag. It's only 14 ounces. So we're going to see. We're going to have to use this stuff very sporadically. And so that's what we're doing. This is what my family has taken the challenge to do. And let me know if you would ever take on a ration challenge for 2025. It was very interesting to look things up and to figure out like what they were allotted. And when you think about it for a family, it is not very much. I mean, a lot of people were starving. And when they were waiting in line to get with their books, their ration books, people were dying in the streets because they were hungry. And where one family might be successful in it, another family couldn't. People were, when they were dying in the streets, people would actually take their stamp card, their book, and it was horrible, guys. It was horrible. We don't have that problem right now, but it's not bad to start practicing things and to study things. And so we're a family that love to do little challenges here and there. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing. So it's going to be really interesting. Now, this morning, I didn't show what I cooked for breakfast, but my husband and my son, they did have one piece of bacon each and one egg and one slice of bread. And then they ended up having water with their meal. So that was what they had. I will show you in another video the meals that we will be making from now on. So this part's done. We're going to be rationing. Wish us luck. Let me know in the comments below if you want to take on this challenge. And oh, one more thing. They were given animal fat as well, so like lard, and they were given so much of that. So once I find out how much of that, I think it's about the same amount as the butter. I think so. So we'll see. All right. So let's go to the planner now. All right, let me show you the planner now. So we have gone 8 days without spending any money. Yesterday was my son's birthday, and we spent it at home. He had his pork fried rice and his coconut cake, and then my brother-in-law ended up coming over later and giving him a gift. And he got him a box of animal cookies, a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper, because it's a treat, and a gift card to Academy. So that is what my brother-in-law got my son, and so that was very nice of him. And then he stayed and they played cards and stuff like that. So a very nice birthday for my son. And so I'm excited that we have gone 8 days, pardon me, with no spending. This is so exciting. So not only are we not spending any money on any extra things, but we're also doing the rationing. Now, I don't know how long we're going to do the rationing, but we'll definitely keep you informed. I would like to do it for a while and see how it goes. I mean, the rationing, it was for years that they did it, for years, and people survived. And I actually watched a documentary, and I'm going to have to, I don't remember the name of it, but there was a documentary where they took a family and they put them in a house and pretended that it was World War II. They even blacked out the windows. They had a garden outside. They had their rabbits, which they ended up giving the rabbits away because they didn't want to butcher them. But they they took their blood work before and after this trial run, and they found that they were healthier after the trial than they were before. Their cholesterol was lower. They lost weight. They were more active because people were more active back then. They were working. They were working outside. They were working in their gardens. They were cleaning the homes. They were constantly moving and constantly working. So, and they were washing their laundry by hand. So, I mean, they did a lot of work back then. So, yeah. All right. So I've shared enough. I'm going to jump off of here. You guys leave me comments below. Tell me what you think of the no spend and the rationing for 2025. Please let me know and be honest. Would you do this? Do you think we're crazy? Do you think it's possible? I'd like to hear from you. One thing though, before I do let you go, is we don't have a huge garden. I tried to garden and it doesn't go well. So the produce that we get, we will be getting from the store. I will be trying to garden with what we have, and I will get back into composting because that's what they also did, is compost. So I will be getting back into that and using what we have, but the majority of it will be coming from the stores. It will either be in season or on sale. So wish us luck. All right. Bye, guys.